If Yami had to describe his siblings' attitude, over the top would be accurate. After all, it was thanks to them that he was sitting on a throne with a crown on his head. Receiving presents. Eri was first. She came up to Yami, holding a basket of apples with a bow on it. I grew these myself, I hope you like them. She gave the basket to Yami, and he set it on his lap. Then he took out an apple and took a big bite out of it. Yami took in the succulent taste of the apple. It was firm and juicy, as all apples should be. Delicious. Eri smiled, and happily walked off, letting Kay come up behind her, with something she was holding behind her back. I know you'll love my present. I put my heart, soul, and scales into it, Kay said, as she brought her hands in front of her and revealed her gift. A small and surprisingly well-made snake figurine. She handed it to Yami, who looked at it fondly. Cute. I knew it'd slither into your heart, Kay remarked, before going off to the side to allow Fu to come up next. Hey, didn't really know what to get you, so I thought I'd piggyback off of Kay's idea, Fu said as he revealed a small figurine, a wooden recreation of the wyvern. Cool. Yami said as he took the figure, and put it next to Kay's. Thanks, Fu. Fu nodded and moved away so Sansan could present her gift. Here you go. Sansan sang as she presented Yami with a wide glass bowl, full of red and black crystal flowers. Tada! Yami took the bowl, almost dropping it for a second because of how heavy it was, before putting it on the table beside him. Pretty. Very pretty. Thank you. At the very least he was getting a lot of new decorations. Next up was Shiroku. I know I give you clothes all the time, so this may not be super special, but I did try a little bit extra on this one. Shiroku then took out a red scarf, with black patterns on it. Those patterns were the faces of his various Grimm. The Beowulf, the Wyvern, the Hound, etc. Yami took a close look at the scarf, and a small smile came to his face. I like it. I like it a lot. He immediately put on the new scarf, much to Shiroku's pleasure. I'm so glad you like it. I put my heart into it, Shiroku said as she stepped aside with a big smile on her face. After her, it was Otoko's turn. Otoko silently presented him with a pressed flower bookmark. Yami gave a nod of thanks, as Otoko walked to the side, letting Kai stomp up to him. Happy birthday big bro, Kai said as he lowered his head, revealing the present. A small necklace with one of his scales on it. If you wear this, then we can always be together. No matter what. Yami smiled again, and took the necklace, putting it on under his scarf. Thank you, little brother. Kai smiled. Remember to always wear it. Okay. Yami nodded, petting Kai's head for a moment before Kai moved out of the way so the next person could give him a present. That person was none other than Netsu. Alright, my turn, Netsu said as he came up to Yami with a canvas in his gloved hands. Alright, take a look at this. Netsu revealed the painting. It was one of the paintings he'd made with his own fire. This one was probably his best work. It was a smoky black wolf-like figure that one might say bore a resemblance to a Beowulf. It was crude, yet cool-looking, and Yami would definitely be hanging this in his bedroom. Yami gave him the thumbs up, and Netsu fist pumped the air in celebration. Next year I'll make you an even better one. Just you wait. Netsu shouted as he ran to the side, allowing Ken and Nara to come up, with Nara holding a gift box in her hand. So, we actually worked together to make you this, Nara said as she presented Yami the box. Yami took the box onto his lap and opened it up. In it was a small drawing pad, a hologram emitter. It's a specially made drawing device that'll help you when you're making Grimm, Nara said. You can write down what you want the Grimm to do, and there's an AI assistant that'll help improve your drawings. You can also save your drawings to a special archive, so you can look over all your designs whenever you want. All this, thanks to Upgrade and Grey Matter, Ken said proudly. Yami's eyes went wide, and his mouth opened with astonishment. This is amazing. This was probably the only gift he would get, with some actual practical use. No longer would he be stuck with his rough sketches and have to search through drawers full of different papers to look for one particular design. Thank you. Thank you very much, Yami said enthusiastically, carefully putting it back in the box, to make sure it didn't break. Nara and Ken, thoroughly satisfied by getting that kind of response from Yami, stepped aside with pride, letting Nise come up nervously behind her. Hey. So, I got you a pen, Nise said nervously, knowing it wasn't exactly the most inspired gift in the world. She handed him a black and red pen, and he put it to the side. Thanks. Yami nodded, and knees nervously moved to the side to let the next person come up. AKA came up next. I also made a figure of my favorite of your creations, the hound. She presented him a small painted wooden figure of the hound, which Yami knew for a fact Izuku helped her with, but it was still pretty neat. Thank you, Yami said, as AKA moved aside to let Sheena go next. So I can't really make anything, so I got you this. Sheena gave him a small slip of paper. Yami took the paper and saw what it said. One free favor. Just give me that, and I'll do anything you ask, Sheena said nervously. So don't waste it. Yami didn't really like the idea of this gift, but he couldn't exactly refuse it, so he just put it in his pocket. Thanks. Sheena then walked off, hoping everyone would just forget about everything that just happened. Next up was Alice, who had also been wearing her Yami birthday celebration outfit, which was a red and black dress, with fake Grimm heads all around it, as well as a top hat that looked like it had been melted, or made out of Yami's Grimm goop. Alice walked up to him, took off her hat, and then revealed that the hat actually had another hat inside it. Tada! Now we have matching hats. Yami took the hat and put it on. Looks cool, somehow. Alice beamed and skipped off to the side. Next up was Jin, who lazily strolled up to Yami with a black and red nightcap in hand. Here you go. It's not super nice looking, but it's comfy. Yami nodded and put the nightcap on top of his other hat. Thanks. Jin nodded and moved to go find a place to take a nap. That's when the triplets stepped up to the plate. So we decided to work together to make you this present. Here it is, Yaba said as she revealed the present. A wolfskin hat. G found the world, I killed it, and Inu skinned it. Pretty cool huh, getting lots of hats. Yami thought to himself as he put the hat on top of his other hats. Cool, thank you. The girls looked pleased, and walked off to the side, to let Lu give him his present. So, here. Lu tossed over a handmade wooden figure of the Phylong. Don't make a big deal about it. Yami gave a nod of appreciation and Lu walked away to make way for the last gift giver, or rather, givers. Kiba, Kyoku, Yonda, Fuku, and Mu. Yonda was also holding the phone that Amai was FaceTiming on. The six of us worked together to create this masterful gift, Kiba said as she took out a large book. Take a look at this. She handed Yami the book, and he opened it up. And found a wonderfully illustrated picture of his first time meeting Izuku. The playing catch with him part and not the kidnapping part. On the same page was another illustration of him first calling Izuku daddy. Then on the next page was him first trying steak, and then it was him naming his Grimm with Kiba and Fu. He started flipping through the book, he saw more passionately drawn images, of important memories. Him going out into the city and meeting Amai, his cooking lessons with Fuku and Izuku. Him sitting down and coming up with Grimm ideas with the others. Even him helping everyone with game development. Me and Yonda came up with the idea, Kyoku, and Amai helped get all the moments we needed, and Mu and Fuku drew the whole book, Kiba explained proudly. At first I was worried I wouldn't be able to get you anything good, but when they called me and asked me to tell them about the time we spent together, I knew you'd love it. Amai said. So what do you think? Did we get it right? I really hope he likes it. I spent a whole night making that. Fuku thought as she forced herself not to appear tired. Yami didn't respond at first, he just spent a few more moments flipping through the book. After a couple minutes, Yami set down the book, hopped off the throne, and opened his arms. Hug, all of you. They didn't need any further prompting, and almost everyone jumped onto Yami and initiated a massive group hug. Ah, Yami smiled. I love life.